So you probably might be telling yourself, bro, you wear that shirt every video. Yeah, because I wear this shirt when I go to training, because I wash it every time. You know what I'm saying? That's the goal. The goal is to try to get that taken care of and everything like that. But like, pay no mind to that. Pay no mind to that over there. I'm taking care of that later. Trust me. Um, But so initially I was gonna start this off by saying, today wasn't a great day, but today wasn't a terrible day. So it was kind of like in the middle. But but I'm realizing that I'm tough on myself when it comes to training, because like the thing is that like I'm going up in there expecting to try to impress somebody, and the whole thing is that like I shouldn't be trying to impress anybody other than myself. So I'm trying to gauge my days by like I'm trying to gauge my days by two things. One, if I'm told that I'm terrible at wrestling, and two, if I'm told to leave. I've already been told to leave once, and so far that hasn't happened again at all yet. So so today wasn't a terrible day because nobody said that I was terrible, and nobody told me to leave. So there's that. So today, because of those two standards, today was actually a pretty good day, and I'm going to start using those standards from now on. I won't lie though. Like today was, I mean, like I was, like I said, I was on my A game. You know what I'm saying? I didn't mess up as much as I thought that I would. I still had to do the pit drills, which is what kind of got me like winded last time, but it didn't get me as winded this time. You know what I'm saying? Like this is one of those things. I feel like the more I do it, the better I'm gonna get. So like that's definitely something to look forward to. We did do like some we did do some practice drills, like some practice chaining, and like I said, obviously I gotta loosen up. That's like my biggest problem. I'm always trying to muscle down, and like I'd rather do too much and be told to dial it back than do too little and be told to go forward, because of the fact that it's like I could always just lighten up instead of get stiffer. You know what I mean? And that's the challenge. The challenge is the whole challenge of wrestling is that like the whole challenge of wrestling is like how tough is too tough. You know what I mean? Because some like it's a challenge. It's not impossible, but it is something I need to work on. But yeah, like today wasn't too terrible. I also want to take this time to talk about training a little bit, because the one thing I feel like a lot of people tend to get it's very easy to get the wrong idea about training, because a lot of people think oh, it's a boot camp, right? You're going up in there, you're getting yelled at, you're getting told that you suck by somebody who, like, you make one mistake, you're being told that you suck and whatever. But it's not like that. If there's one thing I've learned, is that like the whole idea of break someone down to build them back up doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. It just feels like something that an abuser uses to justify mistreating somebody else, and that ain't right. Like, do some people need to be like broken down to get built back up? Absolutely. Does that apply to everyone though? No. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody learns at different speeds. Everybody learns at different paces. Everybody learns at different, concepts. And because of that, we really tend to forget, and we really tend to forget that just because somebody doesn't know something the same time somebody else knows something doesn't mean we got to give them crap for like them not getting it. I say this because I myself am a bit of a slow learner in in the context of a lot of things. So, I know how that goes. But the thing that will always sort of stress me out about that is that like like, because like I go to training and I'm like, and this is not just specifically this specific place. I went training in like three different places for wrestling, and in each one, there's rarely ever a moment where if you mess up like twice, you're getting yelled at and told that you're suck or go home or anything like that. It's like you mess up and they work with you. They explain to you specifically what it is that you messed up on and just tell you to do it again. It's just that simple. They're not being like, well, I need everybody to look at this. This is terrible, rah, 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 roo, 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 you, you, some or other. It's like Full Metal Jacket was a good movie for the worst reason imaginable. Because that is not how, like, I was in basic training. You know what I'm saying? When I tried to get into the military, I was in basic training, and for the most part, my staff sergeant was actually a reasonable person. He wasn't giving us crap for granted out there. Like I said, once the hat came off, because that's the way you knew for a fact if that's how you knew they weren't like, they were about to get staff sergeant mode when the hat comes on. But when the hat comes off and you can talk to them because they're going to talk to you like a person. The hat comes on, it's about time. The hat comes on, it's time to get roasted. The hat comes off, not really. Unless of course you're in the snake pit. Unless of course you're in Chow and you make direct eye contact with the snake pit. I learned that the hard way. That's a story for another day. But that's what I'm saying though. Is like, one thing I love about training is that there's no feeling of humiliation. There's no feeling of like, of pressure. It doesn't feel like, like you're going over there and you're like the worst person on the planet if you make a mistake. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody messes up. Everybody has something that they're not good at. And because of that, we all celebrate each other's small victories through there. Man, there's so many times where like, the new guy, has, ran ropes successfully, and we're just letting them know, hey, we see it and we like that. That's good. That's a good job. We're always motivating each other. We're always trying to push each other up, and we're always trying to make sure that we let everybody know you're among people who are not going to make you feel small if you make a mistake. And that's one thing I love about training, is the fact that it's like there's this togetherness feeling that you get from being there. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we should like have that in every. I feel like we should have that in every kind of, like, because we shouldn't be hassling people. We shouldn't be hazing people. I feel like if we like somebody, like there's this bizarre. I'm sorry to get like I'm sorry to get ranty here, but I really do feel like we need to talk about this a little bit. There's this really bizarre obsession with, oh, if we like you, we're going to hassle you. We're going to give you a rough time, and you shouldn't. I don't think so. I don't think that's how you acknowledge somebody else's existence. It's like, if you like someone, acknowledge that on a positive level. What's wrong with doing that? You know what I'm saying? I mean, sure, a little jokey joke every now and again is, is okay as long as they allow it to be, but we shouldn't be hassling people on a regular basis just because we like them. You know what I'm saying? Like that messes your brain up. You know what I'm saying? Because then it's like, if people aren't mistreating you, do they? Now you find yourself saying, "Oh, they're not mistreating me. Do they like me?" That's weird. Like I said, I'm getting a little sidetracked here, but it's just a sheer fact that it's like, in training specifically, or rather where I'm at, your small victories are like acknowledged and celebrated, but your mistakes are not. You're not humiliated for making a mistake. You're not I'm out of shape really badly. Okay, my cardio is 0 or like at least 2, and there was times during the pin drill where I could not get up, and I was so tired. And guess what? They were just telling me, "Come on, bro, you got this. We're at the home stretch. Let's go. Let's do this. You got this." They're not yelling at me, and they're not telling me, "Get back up. Get back up. Stop doing that. Stop acting like a little punk." Nothing like that. It wasn't that. You know what I'm saying? It was definitely it was definitely a positive feeling, and that kept me going. I'm huffing and puffing and wheezing, but it wasn't as bad as it was last time. Last time, my heart felt like it was about to explode, but this time, the more I do it, the better. I feel like the more I do it, the better I'm going to get. But the whole concept that I'm starting to realize now, and I'm starting to see, is that I'm in an environment where I feel free to mess up. I feel free to make a mistake, because obviously I'm not going to make the same mistake. I'm not going to make the same mistake 100 times. I'm sure of that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure I'm going to make it at least 5 times. 5 times. 5 times. 5 times. You know what I'm doing. It's reality of wrestling. It's Booker T's company. 5 times. 5 times. But like I said, it feels good. It feels good to be there. It feels good to kind of, figure myself out. And like I said, I'm trying to like go every day and find something good that happened to me, because for what it's worth, I'm not going to say it's getting easier, but I'm feeling better about my progress, because I can go there as often as I like to now. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully down the line, I earn enough money that I can go there the second time around, the next couple times. But as of right now, I'm feeling really good about it. I'm actually, I'm very proud of myself, because I stuck around and I'm very proud of myself because I did stick around. I did stick around till the end because I thought I thought sessions was over at 10. So like but like I mean they still over there for all I know. But the whole concept is that like for the most part it felt good. It felt good. I Today was a good day. Today was a good day. I need to get the hang of saying that more. I wasn't told to get out. I wasn't told that I was terrible at wrestling. Today was a good day. Here's to some better ones.